starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where the truth always matters. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. I am your trusted source for hard-hitting conservative news. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, and fellow seekers of truth, welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. It's an honor to have you here, whether you're a seasoned conservative or just dipping your toes in the world of principled discourse. Tonight, as the sun sets and the stars emerge, we gather around the digital hearth to explore ideas, challenge assumptions, and ignite the flames of intellectual curiosity. In a world where narratives are spun like webs, we stand for them on bedrock principles. Our torch burns bright, cutting through the fog of misinformation. As the clock strikes 9 Eastern Standard Time, we embark on a journey that transcends party lines and embraces timeless values. Tonight, let us dissect the headlines, dissect the spin, and dissect the very fabric of our nation. We'll dive into the heart of liberty, the soul of conservatism, and the essence of what it means to be an American. So, buckle up, my friends, for the truth knows no curfew. Our mission: to challenge the echo chambers, to question the status quo, and to remind ourselves that the pursuit of knowledge is a marathon, not a sprint. So grab your favorite beverage, be it coffee, tea, or a glass of good old American bourbon, and let's engage in civil discourse. We'll discuss fiscal responsibility, the art of balancing budgets without mortgaging our children's future. We'll champion free markets, innovation, and the entrepreneurial spirit that builds this great nation. And yes, we'll even tip our hats to the founding fathers, those visionaries who etched liberty into the very DNA of America. But wait, there's more. We'll explore the Second Amendment, the guardians of individual rights, and celebrate the rugged individualism that tamed the wild frontier. And when the winds of cancel culture blow, we'll stand tall, unyielding, and unafraid. So, my fellow truth seekers, as the stars twinkle above, let us remember that our voices matter. Whether you're tuning in from a bustling city or a quiet royal town, you're part of this grand conversation. Together, we'll light the way, one episode, one idea, one listener at a time. Before we dive into tonight's topics, hit that subscribe or follow button or whatever it is, wherever you're tuning in from. Ring that notification bell. Spread the word, because here at the Conservative Viewpoint, in the glow of our digital campfire, we're not just listeners. We are torchbearers. Thank you for joining the Conservative Viewpoint. Let's make this night count, and let's get the party started. What's going on, everybody? I got things turned around here, all backwards, so I'm going to probably be looking like I'm confused like Joe Biden, because I've switched things around, so I think if it works better for me or not. So we'll find out. I don't know. But welcome back to the show, guys. We got a hell of a show for you tonight. I got about 10 videos or so, bunch of articles, and we're not going to waste any time. We're going to just jump right into it. So let's see what's going on here first real quick. And I got this going. That's going up there. You guys are going down here. I dropped a couple places today because we weren't getting very many viewers in it, so I'm not going back there. Hi, Alan. Hi, Joan. Alan, Dennis. Tammy's in the house. All you guys, thanks for stopping by. I was over at watching the American Rebellion earlier. That Gregory, man, was he loud. That was tearing up my drum, but he was on a mission. Brendan's doing his thing with he got too much on his plate now, but he's doing his thing with the Free Soil Media and whatever other ones he's doing with them. That's his stepfather and a friend of theirs. They're working on that, and he's got too much going on with school and work and trying to do that and trying to do this. If he notifies me coming on, then he comes on. But if not, good for him. But he needs to take time for himself and not spread himself too thin. So we'll see what happens. Faye is here. Faye. Who's Faye? I didn't see a Faye. She must have come in behind the curtain, so I can't see everybody. We're going to get things started here tonight with the FBI says DHS warning of possible follow-on, I don't know what they mean by follow-on, or retaliatory attacks following Trump's shooting. Now, of course, they're going to say this because they need to run on fear, because this is what the Democrats do best. They're saying now that extremists might attack something or someone, some event, but I believe it's just a talking point for the Democrats to use for votes, because once they start scaring people, sitting there saying, well, Democrats are the only one that can stop this stuff. Well, that's why they do it. They've run this off of fear, and I don't believe that it's going to happen. They do this all the time. So we'll see what happens. But they have nothing else to go on. So because everything they do have failed. And that is the Democrats' way. Total failure. Take a listen to this video with Alejandro Mayorkas warning from them. It's just a total joke. Let me find if I can find this here. We'll get up here to where I'm starting at, and here it is. Take a look at this real quick, guys.
Natalie, at the RNC convention, many, if not all, the speakers mentioned the assassination attempt on the former president, and the FBI just issued a new bulletin warning of possible violence at future election-related events. So there's a push to amp up security even more. We're also learning that the shooter purchased 50 rounds of ammunition from a gun shop in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, and that 2 improvised explosive devices were found in his vehicle and home. Now, on the day of the rally, the suspect told his father he was going to the shooting range. That's when his father gave him that rifle used in the attack. Now, the building where he fired from was a law enforcement staging area. Heavily armed officers were inside of that building, but they didn't see the suspect climbing up that building with a direct line of sight to the former president. The Secret Service director this morning now promising full transparency in this investigation.
We want to make sure that we examine everything from start to finish. And if we need to change our practices, we will absolutely do that.
So the buck stops with you?
The buck stops with me. I am the director of the Secret Service, and I need to make sure that we are performing a review and that we are giving resources to our personnel as necessary.
You know, I want to add here that FBI investigators say they conducted hundreds of interviews, scoured the suspect's social media and phone, but a motive is still unclear this morning.
Alejandro Mayorkas is a waste. He's a joke. And so that was the Secret Service director, and she's also a joke and needs to go. There's so much been coming out all day about this. Dan Bongino has a couple breaking stories that were pretty much the same stuff, but why wasn't the guy on the roof where that shooter was? It was because he didn't show up for work. That's what, but nobody replaced him. They didn't replace anybody, and they knew the guy didn't show up for work, so why wouldn't you replace him? If you go and cook fries at McDonald's, do they just say, well, we don't have no fries today because the guy didn't show up for work? I don't think so. But this is the kind of stuff that they do. Now they're going to threaten people and saying, oh, there's going to be some extremists, and they call us extremists all the time, saying somebody's going to attack somebody somewhere, some event, but never have any details. But boy, they can get details from across the country and say when this is going to happen, like Biden was instigating the Russians to attack Ukraine. Boy, they had no problem with that, did they? But they can't do stuff right in our own country? Give me a break, you idiots. Now let's move on to Representative Buckery. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He says the Secret Service director needs to be fired. Well, no kidding. So I'm just going to let you hear it out of his mouth because it's easier for him to tell you than me. So, and I think it's Burkeret. I think that's what his name is, how you say it. But take a look at this real quick.
This is the first assassination attempt since 1981. How did this happen?
A complete lapse, apparently, in security. It's just unthinkable that somebody could be within 115 yards of the president or the former or future president, have a clear line of shot, 115 yards, and nobody stopped him prior to him shooting. The president's head had been turned 1 inch one way. It would have been, we'd be having a different conversation today. It's, I think the Secret Service they need to clean house. This DEI situation that Biden has put into place, and the leader of Secret Service wanting, saying 30% women. Well, I don't care if you're a purple unicorn. Just put the best players in. It should not be a DEI situation. It should be just the best performing human available in that position.
But you know what the bad thing is? That's the first thing he came up with. Purple unicorn. Wow. But you know what? He's right. She needs fired. And this DEI bullshit is nonsense, and it should stop. And, it's going to happen with this Biden administration because they are worthless and she does their bidding. So why would they fire her? She's like a puppet to them. And she's going to do what she has to do to keep her job. And that's what she's going to do. And, John, you're right. She is definitely full of shit. And hi, Faye. Janie Vickers, welcome, everyone. Oh, welcome, Janie, to the show. I know I saw Gregory in here. There's Gregory. I saw who Gregory. How you doing? John's in here, too. I see that Dennis. Hey, Dennis. I didn't think you were going to make it. And Lee, look at Lee there. Lee's in the house, too. Welcome, everyone. All right, let's see what I got going on here next. I'm looking at so much stuff and trying to figure out how I got things going here. But there's going to be a seismic shift for Trump in the 2024 race as the Democrats' rhetoric, presidential debate, and the welfare or the lawfare backfires on him. This is exactly, hence the title of the show. What are the Democrats up to? Because they have tried everything. What are their plans? And if you guys have any clues, you guys let me know, because I don't have a clue anymore. What are they up to? What do they have up their sleeve? Because everything they've done to try to get Trump on something have backfired on them. So what are they going to do? Take a look at this video on the Democrats' plan and what we think they're going to do here. So let me find this here real quick. I believe it's this
Everyone has been complicit in this cover-up, and now they want him out. I would be furious. The Bidens are furious. They should be furious. They should not move because this was the agreement. They agreed to do this, to be the ones in front, and now because their grand plan to kneecap Donald Trump failed. Remember what yesterday was. Donald Trump was going to be sent to jail yesterday. It reminds you that we make plans and God laughs, especially at the Democrats. So you've got, this was their plan. That's why they're unprepared for this. It didn't matter that they were setting the country on fire. It didn't matter that the left was getting their wish list because Americans were going to have no choice on July 12th. That was the plan. And then it was going to be just whatever it is. And boy, did that. So that failed. And now Joe Biden's thinking, well, I'm the one that's going to go under the bus.
Now that's the big question that I don't know. What can they do except for cheating on the election like they always do? And that's what they do best. So I don't know what's up. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess, and see if anyone thinks that they didn't know what's going on. So To whom is responsible for such things? He is. They have to go through the vetting process to be approved to be appointed into those positions. I am doing well. Cool, Greg. And that's right. They do have to. And there's some things that we're going to talk about here in a little while. I've got some stuff on special prosecutors and everything like that and all this bullshit that we're going to get into here in a little while. Billy Bob's in the house. Check him out. All right. There's not going to be any serious changes with anything until there's an administrative change. Exactly right, Dennis. That's why we have to make it a point for the elections in November. We have to. I mean, this is the most serious thing that we've ever come across. And I know in my 56 years of living that we have to do something. If we don't, we are lost. And we might as well forget it, because every gun that I have is gone. Every gun you guys have, every free speech that we talk about on here is going to be gone. Got back in a reasonable hour for work. Well, that's great. Cool. Like to hear that, Dennis. Glad you made it. Who's the lesbian? That Secret Service director, Dennis. I see Marine in here. Did not pass her up. Oh, I did not see her. Administrative change is the first stepping stone. However, the only pathway to achieve success, and that is to do a complete renovation of all political entities before actual results can happen. Exactly, Greg. And that's exactly what Trump's got to do. He's got to wipe out all the alphabet agencies, everybody. Got to get a good attorney general in there. And, man, they even need to do something with the Republicans they've got in the offices they got them in now, in all the like the House Judiciary committees, all the committees that are around there, because those guys aren't working out too well. And definitely the Speaker of the House got to go. Got to go. As soon as they get Trump in there, let's pick somebody else that's going to actually do something. Somebody with a big set of cojones that will do something. Oh, that's not good, John. Not sure about them taking my goods, and they're going to play a hell of a time taking mine, too, Billy Bob. Because I didn't pay all that money for everything, and for some punk to come in here and try to take them. That's my protection, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to protect myself. It's what this good Lord gave us the Second Amendment for, and that's the way I'm going to do it. Yeah, he does, John. The Speaker of the House has got to go. I liked him at first. Thought, the man's a Christian, and he says he's going to stand up for the values and stand up to them and not pass those stupid small bills to get them through. And he did it, 2 or 3 times? He should have shut the damn government down. That's what he should have done, but he didn't. Exactly right, John. Cold, dead hands. Shit, I'm getting into a bad habit of saying hi to everyone but the host. I said hi, Lee. I saw you come in there. I said hi. Kim, there have to be people in the agencies that also want them fixed, not giving up the Second Amendment. Exactly. And I heard, and Dan Bongino said there's still good guys in the Secret Service and the FBI, because he still talks to a lot of those guys. And, I think we can believe Dan, when it comes to stuff like that. But definitely need new directors. You need a new administration in the FBI, the CIA, and everything, because CIA is not supposed to work in country. They are supposed to be working out of the country. But seems like they've been doing everything everywhere, and their name keeps coming up every time you turn around. So stuff's got to change, because stuff's getting out of control, and we are the ones going to suffer for it. We have to stop them before the gun grab, because a revolution will not end well. No, you are right. I'm pretty sure I did, but in case I didn't, hi, Chart. Hi, Vix. I don't even remember if I saw you up there or not. I'm glad to see a couple new people come in here and get involved in chat, guys. And I got to keep remembering to look at the other chats too. So that would be good. John, Dan Bongino for the head of Secret Service, that would definitely be good. Now, if he would do it or not, I don't know, but he would definitely be good. But, all right, let's see. The next big question, let's see. I don't know what they did. Yeah, I did that one. Oh, here was one. But here's a guy that's not waiting around to find out anything, and he's pushing for Trump to win. Elon Musk. Love this guy. Some guys don't like him. He's eccentric, and I would be too if I had his kind of money. But he is going to fund a $45 million a month PAC for Trump. Now, I'm going to let you see this video of him on this. And I'm not sure if he's in it, but I thought he was, but I can't remember. I've been doing so much today, I'm getting confused. So, but watch this video. It's only about 35 seconds long. Take a look. Now, that's so awesome. With that much money, Trump should not have to worry about money for the rest of these 3.5 months or whatever we have left. What do you guys think? I think he should be fine with that. But I still try to give a little bit here and there when I can. But right now, I've been sinking stuff into a lot of stuff around here. And I'm hoping to get my website up. So if you guys want to buy some hats and stickers and stuff. Well, I didn't tell you I'm making hats now too. I had to get another piece for my hat press. It came broken. Been having a hell of a time trying to get it replaced, so I ordered one from somebody else. But I'm doing hats, stickers, all sizes, and I'm hoping to get my website up through GoDaddy.com and get stuff on there so you guys can see it. But if you still want it, check out my email, conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com. Email me, guys, stuff, because we did not get a winner. Well, we did get a winner, but she said she has too many of the travel mugs that we got up here. So she's paying it forward to somebody else that we did not get the answer to the question. So I got 60 of these things to give away, guys. So I want you guys to win them. So don't let me down on the next question. You guys got to answer it, so I can give you guys some stuff. And Tammy, I hope you like the stickers I threw in there. I threw a couple extra stuff in there for you guys just for helping me out on the show with the chat and everything. So the question will be coming up here in a day or two. Oh, another question I want you guys to answer me, and this ain't for a prize. Do you guys want to watch Trump tomorrow when he does his speech? Let me know in chat, guys, and see if you guys want to watch him, because he's supposed to have his speech tomorrow. Can't find out a time. They're not putting a time up yet, but I know they start between 6 and 10 o'clock at night. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to watch it before or during the show, then we will. Gregory, well, I am a follower of the Christian faith as well. Well, I once purchased a car from a pastor one time in my life, and the engine was bad, and the individual covered it up and lied about the condition of the engine. So just because the individual claims to be Christian doesn't mean when they do such things to other people. Yeah, I've found that out, Gregory. You right there. Elon Musk has no F's to give. Love it. Exactly right. And I love, because he doesn't take no shit from anybody. And people complain about X, Twitter, whatever. But actually, he's not running the place anymore. And I'm surprised more things haven't been done as far as censorship in there, because the woman that he hired really was supposed to be some kind of bitch that would censor people. But so far, I haven't been censored, so I'm not on Twitter anyways. Actually, he should have been the vice president. Yeah, I think he's got a little too much going on with SpaceX and Twitter and everything else to be doing that kind of stuff. But very smart man, and why would he's eccentric, and I'm eccentric, and I'm a poor eccentric. There's something wrong with that. So I guess I can't be eccentric because I don't have no money. Christian Plummer, yeah. Peter Navarro got out today. I did see that. I had one of the viewers from Facebook message me about that. Oh, thank you, Tammy. And she was asking me about it, and I just said, she said she had some old girlfriend on there or something. I said, well, hell, he just got out of prison. He's desperate. He's going to take whatever comes forward to him, but he's only been in jail like 2 or 3 months. I don't know. Oh, Brendan stopped by. Well, Brendan, you didn't come on to the show. He spoke around 7:30, he believes. Hey, America Purr, how you doing? I saw you over there with American Rebellion earlier. You from the West Coast, aren't you? America Purr? Obama claimed to be a Christian. Yeah, right. Yeah, that some bitch is a Muslim. I don't care what anybody says. That some bitch I'll bang your head and shit on the thing. Yeah, the hell with Obama. He ain't no Christian. Always good to hear Trump. Yes, it would be fantastic. Okay, guys, that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to find out, because today I've been checking all day trying to find out what time he's supposed to be on, but none of the stations have it. None of the news stations. They just say he's going to be on tomorrow. So I'm hoping it's pretty close to where we're going to go live, because there's like Facebook doesn't let you go live before the time. So if I set up a stream, and Facebook's another, if you go 15 minutes past not going on, they don't let you stream. It's so messed up, it's unreal. So I'm hoping we can do something. I got to figure it out how I'm going to do this so we can stream, unless I just get on at 6 o'clock and just stay on until he comes on. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Sean Hannity still was banned on that. No kidding. I did not know that, Gregory. John says, I'm eccentric beyond all belief. You didn't say you were supposed to get on. Okay, guys. You guys want Brendan on? Let me get him a link here. You're supposed to let me know, Brendan. I'll get him on here so he can get on here too. What do we got? We still have a half hour yet. Hold on 1 second here. And he can jump on real quick if he's not doing something else. All right. Now, if he's not busy or doing something else, he should jump on here in a second. So, all right, we will try to do that for tomorrow, guys. We will try to get on and listen to Trump. And I heard that Vance was going to talk today. Well, he's not on yet, because I got it on behind me. So you guys can, if you see him, I mean, we can go into it if you want to hear him too. So Brendan needs a link, Charlie. Well, thanks, Tammy. Send Brendan a link. Oh, well, go. They all want Brendan on here. So Brendan, get your ass on here. All right. Now that you know, it's awesome that Elon Musk is doing this, about giving him all this money and stuff. So I hope this plays well. So we got to do for it. So now we know what the Democrats have been waiting, and they were waiting for J.D. Vance. So the Democrats now are focusing on Vance's stance on abortion, because he didn't say that there would be exceptions in abortion bans. So he just said and I knew they had a list waiting for him. All right, here he comes. They're all wanting you on here, Brendan. What? I'm a nobody. See, you're the man, and I'm the peon. So that's all it is. I know what it is.
I don't know about all that.
You're supposed to let me know. I didn't know if you were doing your other stuff tonight or not.
My schedule's been crazy lately, so
Well, that's what I told him earlier. I said he's got so much going on. I said he got to take some time for himself.
It's unreal. I just got done doing a show with Hillbilly John here in our area too, like maybe an hour ago. So,
did you?
I completely forgot what day it was, and I saw you were going live. I'm like, oh, he didn't send me a link. Maybe he wanted to go solo tonight. I ain't going to crash your party. I just figured I should probably comment so people don't think there's anything bad going on between the two of us. I was like, I better comment, let them know we're good. So that's what happened there.
Oh, no. I told him earlier that you had, with Free Soil Media and everything in school and work. And I said, you're just a busy person. If he gets time, he'll come on.
Yeah.
If he don't, he don't. I mean, that's simple as that. No, this guy used to be my nephew, guys, when I was married to his aunt. So, yeah, I don't have no hatred toward his aunt either. It is what it is. When we got divorced, it is what it is. So, but yeah, he was my nephew for the longest time. So you got to still love him like that. Look at him.
I mean, how could you not love this face?
Yeah, look at that face. That's a face you'll want to smack all the time. Anyways, but now the problem with JD Vance is that these guys want to get him on something. So they've been compiling a list of stuff that they can get him on because he didn't put the exception in for race and incest. So, but for me, abortions are not for the lazy. If you don't want to use protection and get pregnant, that's your own damn fault. Stop making it so easy, for people to get abortions. Make them pay for it. If they want an abortion, it's not free anymore. Make them pay for it. And if they want to keep it and then give it up for adoption, make them pay like, fathers do. Make them pay child support every month. Stop giving them everything free because they think they can just go out there, screw their heads off and well, don't worry about it. I'll go get the day after pill or I'm going to go get an abortion. It doesn't cost me anything. So I just spread my legs, put that coat hanger up there, and we'll rip it out. You got to stop that. And I don't blame him with that, but I do agree with rape and incest and medical issues. That's when there's going to be a problem. I think you can't abort them. But that's me. What about you, Brendan?
I'm pretty much the same. The only thing I want to see change with abortion is just eliminate the fact that it is used as a form of birth control. Now, people argue that it's a low percentage of people that have abortions for, no good reason, a non-legitimate reason. Well, okay, even if it is a small percentage, it's still the fact that it happens. We need to eliminate that. Unless you have a legitimate reason for getting an abortion, you shouldn't be getting an abortion. Abortion is not a form of birth control, and it should not be. You're right. If it's, you're a victim of rape or it's a threat to your health,
Right.
Okay, fine. I have no problem with that. But just using it because you were irresponsible and using it as a form of birth control is unacceptable.
It's exactly right. But this is what they want to do. This is what they want to get. But you know what? This next article, this is going to make you guys laugh. And I didn't fit. I got to finish looking at this now. Good morning here. What time is it over there now? Is it like after 1 o'clock, America? I hope I didn't miss you. I know he was he was from the West Coast. And he was getting ready to go to bed. He said when he was on American Rebellion's show, he was on there when I saw him saying he was going to go to bed. So, you got to be tired. It's got to be after midnight or something, right? What is it here? What
it's
time
9 o'clock. So
9:30,
yeah,
10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. Yeah, he's like 9:30, like 1:30 or 2:30 in the morning. Holy moly! Yeah, you better get to bed.
Yeah, if he's on the West Coast, it would be 12:35 right now.
Oh yeah, 4 hours.
3 hours.
Is it 3 hours? Okay.
Yeah.
Hannity sold Trump out That's why I couldn't believe Trump actually did that, Dennis. He did that interview with Sean Hannity, and I couldn't believe he did it after that. But yeah, they were talking about if you have to wear makeup. Oh yeah, Sean Hannity. By God, they cake the makeup on that man? He
Yeah,
must got some bad old age spots or something.
he probably does. And I never understood why Trump continues to go on his show. I mean, I do to a certain extent because whether we like Sean Hannity or not, I certainly don't. He is one of the most watched TV personalities in the entire nation, if not the most watched.
Right, exactly.
But at the same time, him and Trump are still like buddies, and I don't understand it because Hannity has stabbed Trump in the back many times, in my opinion. Setting him up with stupid questions. For example, you're not going to be a dictator during your second term. It's why would you even repeat that leftist talking point and give it any credence whatsoever? I mean, Sean Hannity should know better. I mean, I wouldn't have even entertained that question. That's where the whole thing, where the Trump quote only on day one came from. It was from that question from Sean Hannity. Why did Sean? And of course, everybody knows what Trump was doing. He was trolling the left in the media. But why Sean Hannity even asked that question? I mean, it's asinine. It's stupid.
It is stupid. But yeah, Faye says that no abortion is good. Murder is murder. Exactly right. Murder is murder. And this is what the Democrats are pushing. And I can believe it because these are the lazy people that want to just screw around and get pregnant and kill the baby. And you saw that one girl that said like she had like 40 abortions. That was during that protest and bullshit. And that twit couldn't have been 18 years old. Oh my God.
I find it funny though, and I think I've mentioned this before. You look at a lot of these pro-abortion protests. There are always these really fat, really ugly women, like the people that are the last people that have to worry about getting an abortion. I mean, their face, their physical appearance is enough birth control. Believe me. I mean, you ever see some of these people?
Oh my God.
Like you don't have to worry about getting an abortion. Believe me. Nobody wants to screw you. Believe me.
Oh, no kidding. There's some of them big old whales out there, nasty, ugly faces, and they write on them, "This is closed for sex." It's like, thank you. The whole male population thanks you. Oh my! They should never procreate looking like some of those people did.
No.
I don't even know how somebody's thing would get up. It was like, that's the way it would look. It would look like this. It would, and how it would not work. I'm sorry, the tool would just not work. Hi, Becky. Becky on Facebook said hi, Brendan.
Hi, Becky. I can't see the Facebook chat. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's why I thought I'd share it with you. She gets on there almost every night. That's awesome. I love that we are family, all in the same vibe and most things. That's right, Lee. And seems like everybody. And I heard that Jerry from American Rebellion said that too. People get on here. Everybody can give their opinions of what goes on. Nobody fights. Nobody calls names. Nothing like that. That is for liberal Democrats. And then I find out today, one of my first ex-wife, her husband is getting under her account and running his mouth on my pages. And when I do my ads and stuff for the day, running his mouth. And I was getting mad at her. And she and I talk whenever I see her. I don't hardly ever see her. I mean, this was a 20-year-old marriage, like back in when I was 20 years old. And he's running his mouth on there. He can't even be a man with some balls to get his own page and do it under himself. He has to run it under his wife's name. Pansy ass little punk. And he's an old man, son of a bitch. Why is he going to get people to get mad at her for him running his mouth? So that's not even cool. Well, that's bragging. Anyways, I want to get onto this article because this is hilarious. This made me laugh when Kamala Harris challenged J.D. Vance to a debate. JD Vance is going to chew her up and spit her out like it's nothing because she's as dumb as a box of rocks. And again, sorry, rocks, because I can't find anything that's dumber than rocks. And she is dumb. And JD Vance is obviously a very intelligent man. Graduated from Yale, Kuma Salat, I can't remember how to say that. But that one, that's what my son did at highest up, whatever it is, Kuma Samlade or whatever the hell it's called. And he's a very intelligent man. He is going to eat her alive in a debate.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think Kamala Harris realizes she's not debating dumbass Mike Pence again.
No kidding.
She's going to get absolutely destroyed because you think about it, she has never really debated
a real person.
Republican.
Yeah.
She's always debated Democrats, in the primary, where she did so poorly, by the way, that she had to drop out before they even got to California.
Right.
But this is who's supposedly going to replace Biden after COVID takes him out of the race. He has COVID today, apparently.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah. So isn't it amazing that COVID's what put Biden in the White House and it might take him out? But anyway, that's a separate topic.
Yeah.
But she has no idea what she's getting herself into. I mean, JD Vance, as you said, very intelligent.
Yes.
Very intelligent. Not a and he's a real person, like you said, too. He's not a robot like Mike Pence. Like, you tell when Mike Pence was doing his debate. I mean, really, anytime he speaks, you can tell it's scripted. Like, it's just so theatrical. It's not real. You know what I mean? It's not how real people talk.
Exactly. Now, I got a short video here. It's only 56 seconds long of this subject. So watch this.
The Vice President Kamala Harris has spoken to J.D. Vance, now, of course, Donald Trump's running mate. We are told that the conversation was brief and respectful. It's their first conversation since they are now officially rivals for the vice presidency. And they have agreed to do a debate. So we'll see where the details of that are, who will host the debate, when it will be, and all of that. But looks like we will have a vice presidential debate.
I know that a lot of Americans will be tuning into that. We've heard time over time that sometimes this vice president position doesn't make that much of a difference, but really we're hearing the complete opposite from some voters at this point right now. And John, I am curious of your assessment because we were talking with some analysts yesterday that feel like J.D. Vance could be her biggest challenge in terms of debate for Kamala Harris.
Now, I can't wait till this comes up because all she's going to be doing is cackling, bunch of word salad. She's going to look like Joe Biden on a good day, I guess. And she's so pathetic. So we cannot let her become president because that's what's going to happen. Because if Joe Biden wins this, you know what they're going to do? They're going to invoke the 25th on that piece of shit. And then they're going to put her dumb ass in there. And then she can appoint anybody she wants to become vice president. And I don't know if Hillary would take a second seat to that twit or not, but something. So. You don't think so?
I don't think so. No.
I just don't want to see it to happen because that is going to be horrible if something like that happens.
No, I think Hillary's too full of herself. But I'll give you a quick rundown of what the debate will be on Kamala Harris's side. Blah blah blah. Venn diagram. Blah blah blah. Yellow school buses. Blah blah blah. Cackle cackle cackle. But anyway, I'm starting to wonder if they're actually going to try to run Kamala Harris in this election against Trump. This is from CNN. This page on X, it says breaking 911 said that this is from CNN. It says breaking. Biden asks advisors if they, quote, think Kamala can win. And Jack Posobiec shared this on Twitter as well. So I wonder if there's any truth to that story, if they're really asking those questions. But is this whole thing with Biden getting COVID, is this the start of them pulling the plug on his campaign?
Or is that going to be the new virus that stops the election, from people voting?
Possibly, but I mean, it's COVID again. What they're saying that I don't think enough people would go for it this time, and I think they recognize that. So I wonder if Biden's going to get so sick that he's going to have to drop out. So sick.
Oh, well, yeah, because you know what? They made a comment earlier, and he made the comment saying if a medical problem existed, he would drop out.
Bingo.
So that you might be right on that. That might be what the deal is here, because he doesn't look sick. He didn't look sick earlier. So when they said he had it, but yeah, you might be right.
Yep, they might be getting ready to pull the plug. I don't know, but I still have a hard time believing that they'll actually let Kamala Harris run. I mean, Kamala Harris has been the only person that has had lower approval rating than Joe Biden the entire time these people have been in power. I don't care what any of the polls say now. There is no way she polled below Biden this entire time. Now all of a sudden she has a better chance of beating Trump.
Right, exactly.
That doesn't add up in my mind.
No. I missed a couple comments here. Sean says, but if we let Democrats have abortions, there won't be any Democrats over time, and that can't be a bad thing. Well, yeah, that's true too. Camel toe crackler will look like a second grader. You're most definitely right. Camel toe is bringing her knee pads. That's the only way she's going to win in a debate. She lost her ass to Tulsi in the primary debates last time. And it's going to be awesome, and we will tune in, like that dumb twit said on I don't know, it's CNBC or whatever it was. Oh, I'll tune in because it's going to be a laugh. He's going to tear up. And if you saw the screen share flash, I brought it up because they said Vance might be on. So I don't know if he's going to be or not, but some guy, I don't know who he is, but he came out there. So
he's got to be at some point tonight, but I don't know when. Tonight, Vance is going to speak and officially accept the nomination for vice president. Then tomorrow, Trump will come out and officially accept the nomination for president.
Oh, okay.
So Vance tonight, I don't know what time though.
Well, I thought they quit at 10 o'clock, but maybe it's going to go longer because tomorrow is the last night.
Right.
So maybe they're going to go a little longer tonight. But Faye said that, where's that? Probably Big Mike for Kamala's VP. That's very possible too. That's if it goes that way. But you know what the problem is, I think, because they won't use, they use the 25th on Biden if it comes to that point. But will they use it on Kamala Harris, which will be easier to get her out, but because she's so stupid. But will they do it to get whoever it is she picks for her VP and then get her out and to move him up? You know, the Democrats are shady pieces of shit. So
yeah, I have a hard time really believing that they are going to be stupid enough to let Kamala run. I mean, I can't see that. I mean, that would, in my mind, that is picking the one choice that they have that would actually be worse for them than Joe Biden. I mean, Kamala Harris is the one that I think Joe Biden actually gives you a better shot. I mean,
yeah, no shit. That's why I keep saying, don't kick him out. Leave him in there.
Yeah, Kamala Harris is the only one that might be worse for them. I think if Kamala Harris runs, I think Trump wins by even more.
Oh, yeah, she's stupid as hell. But they throw so much out there, and everybody say, "Well, Kamala can beat Trump." No, she can't. She's stupid as hell. She can't even do one job with the border. How the hell is she going to run a whole country?
All I gotta say, even black people don't like Kamala Harris. All right, particularly black men cannot stand Kamala Harris. The black community is not voting for Kamala Harris.
I tell you what, Dan Bongino had this nice black woman on today from New York. Her son got stabbed up in the streets of New York by like 3 or 4 guys or something like that. And they all got low sentences or no sentences whatsoever. One got his sentences done.
I didn't see this.
She was like an inspiration when she was talking. And maybe it was Wendy Bell. One of them did. But when she was talking, it was like gives you goosebumps. And she was crying at the same time she was talking, and she was serious. And she's a Democrat, and she's voting for Trump.
Are you talking about the one that spoke at the RNC?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it. She gave a great speech. I would say she was probably the highlight of the night, in my opinion. She gave a great speech.
I didn't get home. Oh, I didn't get home in enough time because guys, I had my doctor's appointment again. And I am going to have a minimal invasive surgery on my back. They're going to decompress my disc in my back. So I'm hoping I'm only going to have to take 2 days off. That's August 1st and 2nd, and then it's the weekend. So hopefully then I'm allowed to be walking down steps. But the only restrictions he gave me was no lifting weights above 25 pounds for 2 weeks. So I'm hoping that's all it is. He said it's simple. Put the tube in, drain it, and decompress it, and we're good to go. So he said if it works, we won't have to do surgery, and it's going to be a major surgery if I have to go into that. So we don't want that. So we're going to go with this on August 1st. So I just found this out a little while ago. So, okay, we're good. Gregory says that Vance wasn't even in his spectrum of characters to be considered VP. However, President Trump obviously did a lot of soul searching and deep thought on him. We'll just have to wait for the outcome, like we've said all along. Work on the outcome of what they do. And then that's when we know we're going to love them or hate them.
So this is what I think is going on right now. And this is going to take me a little bit to go through this, but stay with me because this is what I believe their strategy has been all along. And it's really brilliant when you think about it. I think that Trump and Vance had this planned out for a while, along with Vivek Ramaswamy. So the reason that I was saying before that I did not want J.D. Vance to be VP is because I thought he was more valuable in the Senate, right? Well, now what is going to happen, assuming Trump wins the election, like I believe he will, the governor of Ohio, since J.D. Vance is out of Ohio, can appoint somebody to that Senate seat until a special election takes place, and then it will be sorted out. So who else could Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio, put in that Senate seat? He could put Vivek Ramaswamy in that Senate seat, which would be a great move, I think, because Vivek is also from Ohio. I think that is the whole reason that Vivek ran for president. I think him, Trump, and Vance have been in this the entire time together. And I believe that they're setting up a long-term plan. You're going to have Trump and Vance for 4 years, right? What a lot of people don't know, J.D. Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy are very close. They actually went to school. They went to college together. You know, they're very close to each other. So then you have Trump and Vance for 4 years. Then you're going to have possibly J.D. Vance and a Vivek Ramaswamy ticket for 8 years. Then you'll have possibly Vivek running for president after that. That is like 20 years of MAGA control if they pull all that off. And it all started with just picking J.D. Vance. I think it's a brilliant plan if that's their plan.
That would be nice. Well, we'll have to see what's going to happen here. Okay, now I got a couple videos I want to get out of here, and I don't know if you guys want to stick around to see if he's coming on, if Vance is coming on here at 10 o'clock or not, or what, but I want to run through a couple of these videos real quick, and I'm not going to run through everything that I was saying about them, but the first one I want to show you is the Biden campaign, just like all politicians do. When they have no use for you, they throw you under the bus, right? Well, now the Biden administration is throwing George Clooney under the bus after he raised them millions of dollars for their thing, and now George Clooney finally woke up and saw the truth that Biden needs out. They're throwing him under the bus. So listen to this.
Top Hollywood stars who previously backed the president are now also suggesting Biden step aside, including George Clooney, who headlined that fundraiser with the president just a few weeks ago. Now, in a new op-ed, Clooney is writing, quote, "The Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Big expletive deal Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate." Now, a Biden campaign source telling the New York Times that the president stayed for over 3 hours at that fundraiser while Clooney took a photo and quickly left. This is the same fundraiser where former President Barack Obama appeared to usher Biden off the stage after it looked like he froze.
Yeah, yes. But this is what politicians do. And it's not even Democrats only. Republicans do the same thing, you know, and I'm living proof of that because the Democrats suck. That's why I switched over to Republicans. Well, guess what? Republicans suck too, but I haven't had any issues with them yet. So I have got to let you look at this video because this is hilarious. Now, this is MSNBC Scarborough, and he says Obama is working to orchestrate a Biden step down. Now, you got to watch this because people was talking about this all over the place, and I had to get this video to watch this. So, and it actually comes out of his wife and his wife's mouth. Then you got to see this. It's hilarious. Watch this. Whoop, let me get the right one here.
My kids again.
This wasn't George Clooney.
But what do you mean?
This wasn't. Come on.
Well, who do you think it was?
It was not mentioned them.
Who do you think
it wasn't Julia Roberts.
Who do you think it was? Who do you think it was? You can say the name. Say the name. It's not Baltimore. It's not Baltimore. Are you saying you think Barack Obama put him up to this?
I think that Barack Obama has a lot of influence. Right. There are two people in this picture, and one has had a presidency that was absolutely, undeniably historic.
Well, I think you have two people that had extraordinarily
historic in terms of legislative accomplishments.
The Biden campaign and many Democratic officials do believe that Barack Obama is quietly working behind the scenes to orchestrate this. Joe Biden is deeply resentful of his treatment under not only the Obama staff, but also the way he was pushed aside for Hillary Clinton.
Gumby is the worthless piece of shit. I can't stand that man. And I'm glad that he got taken off the air the other day.
Yeah, you know what I find really funny about this whole thing? They're actually admitting who is in charge right now. We have been saying this for how long now, that Obama is in charge, and we were called crazy conspiracy theorists for it. He just admitted it right there. He said that Obama will orchestrate a plan to have Biden step down. Wouldn't that say that Obama is still in charge of the Democrat Party?
Oh,
he's really running the show?
Yeah, no, definitely. Now they're on a break. They're on a commercial break right now, and I'm hoping he's supposed to be coming up, but we're going to see. But now Joe Biden got a endorsement the other day, and she said hi.
Oh, Tracy. Oh, that's why you were asking. Hi, Tracy.
Yeah. But yeah, he got an endorsement from, wait till you see it,
Bernie Sanders endorses Joe Biden for 2024 election despite policy differences. Sanders acknowledges Biden's flaws but prioritizes defeating Trump. He urges Democrats to focus on Trump's issues over Biden's performance. Sanders emphasizes the seriousness of the election, not a mere show.
Are you kidding me? Bernie Sanders, Mr. Freebie himself, wants to give everything free away. Free. And are you kidding me? I would not want that. That's as bad as Ilhan Omar, a terrorist sympathizer, backing Biden.
Yeah, well, Biden was just endorsed by a admitted socialist, by the way. Bernie Sanders is very open that he is a socialist. Socialism always leads to communism, so I think it's very fitting, actually.
Oh yeah, I'm getting echoes again. They're saying,
yeah, I was getting it in a couple of the videos. The MSNBC one was really bad. The other one wasn't too bad.
I don't know why they're echoing. I got all the echoes.
The MSNBC one, I swear I was hearing like the same phrase like 5 times. Like it was like,
I got echo cancellation on and everything.
Yeah, my mic shuts off when you play video, so.
Well, I noticed that it went off. I thought you were doing it.
No, it goes off by itself.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm going to have to email StreamYard to find out what it's going to do, because I've got one more video I want to show you guys, because realize that Jill Biden hates Kamala Harris, and I'm hoping that it doesn't echo on this one too. But Joe Biden hates her, and this video is going to tell you why. Take a look at this.
A new book is shedding light on the moment when then-Senator Kamala Harris attacked Joe Biden for his record on busing during the Democratic debates.
I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and it was hurtful. To hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. Do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America? Do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed. I did not oppose
failure of states to enter schools in America. I was part of the second class to integrate Berkeley, California public schools almost 2 decades after Brown v. Board of Education.
Because your city council made that decision.
So that's where the federal government must step in.
According to the book, Biden leaned over to Pete Buttigieg at the podium to his right. They barely knew each other. But Biden was looking for someone to share the moment with. Well, he said, that was some effing BS. And Joe Biden in the future.
So I guess I'm still getting some echoing and stuff, but yesterday we didn't have echoing yesterday.
It can't be me. Like I said, my mic goes off, so I don't know why.
Both our mics get muted as soon as they go off, or as soon as the video plays.
Yeah, right.
And I went on. I have echoes. They have an echo cancellation in under audio. I had it checked. I switched it off as it was going, hoping it was going to get better, but obviously it's not. So I will email them tomorrow and ask them why it's doing that. Why, I don't know, it shouldn't be doing that. Orientation settings are disabled while it's live. So I don't know why it's doing it, guys, but I will find out tomorrow. But yes, Joe Biden hates her, and this is the reason why they're thinking that she is keeping Joe Biden in, because they don't want her passing the torch off to him. Well, she keeps him in, he's going to lose anyway. So
possibly, you know, what my favorite part of this whole week has been, well, really the last couple weeks, but especially this week. Remember what we've heard over the last few years, that the Republican Party's in chaos. You know, they're so divided. It's all chaos. Look at the unity behind President Trump at the convention, and look at the other side, what's happening to the Democrats right now. What party is in chaos at the moment?
Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, my God. They are in total chaos. It's unreal, too.
They're actually talking about, and I'm sure you heard this, I don't know if you brought this up tonight before I jumped on, they're actually talking about delaying the Democrat National Convention even longer because they don't know if they want to nominate Biden. They're talking about delaying it even further. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. So you guys didn't answer me. I don't think you did answer me yesterday. Or did you guys want to stick around and try to find Vance, or you guys need to get off of here? And I don't know if you guys got to work at all or anything, or do you guys want to stick around? But I don't know. You can't stay on too late because you got to work, right? Brendan?
Yeah.
So if you guys want to stick around, we'll stick around for a little while, and we'll bullshit and see what's going on. And I can look up we're going to talk about tomorrow. Are you coming on tomorrow, or you got things to do tomorrow, Brendan?
I'll be here.
Oh, okay. So you heard that, guy. The man will be here, so you won't miss him. He will be here. I don't have to remind him to send him a link because he will be here.
You still got to send me the link. You're the one that makes it, you know.
Well, yeah, I know that. But I know that you're going to be here now. So, I will try that, guys. I will try that. When Brendan decides to get off again and go to bed, I will try another video just with him off and see what happens. Because that'll answer my question, and it'll know what I should tell StreamYard, because even with him on here or off of here, it shouldn't echo. because we didn't have echoes before, and StreamYard was having issues the day before yesterday.
Right.
And I had a lot of echoing on every video I played.
Yeah, I can't imagine it has anything to do with me being on here because, like I said, you know, when you play a video, my mic automatically mutes and I can't unmute it until the video stops. So,
well, it was when I had you and who did we have on the other night? Shit, I'm having a brain fart. William, yeah, William. That's when it was really bad too. So, and yesterday it wasn't bad. Nobody complained about it yesterday. And I showed like, I don't know, 14 videos or something like that I had on yesterday, or 12 or 10 or something like that. But I'm hoping we can get Trump. If any of you guys have seen a time for Trump, I've looked all day trying to find it to see if he's if they give us a time, and it has not been on there. Right now, they got a guy from the VFW talking on here right now. World War II vet reflects on America's greatness. And America would be great if... yeah, Sean, Fed boys are on to me. Yeah, they want to mess with me. You're right, Tammy. I don't know why I was having a brain fart. I couldn't remember who I had on. I keep asking everybody to come on and try to get Dennis and Vix to come on for oh, wait a minute. You know, we'll do that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Hold on a second.
Did you know? Grocery stores typically stock 3 days worth of food for usual demand. In a sudden crisis, this can deplete rapidly. Imagine the shelves once filled, now barren. Terrifying, right? Here's a crucial tip for you. Keep a 2-week supply of non-perishable food items at home. This simple step can help safeguard against potential supply chain disruptions. It's a quick action, a smart solution for emergency preparedness. Remember, being prepared is being safe. Stay prepared, stay safe.
Exactly right. That is our don't get dead disaster factor tip of the day. And Dennis, I promised Dennis I wouldn't forget that, so I almost did, Dennis. But I got you now. I want to get them two on and to do a whole show on this, just one show, and then we'll do one segment after that within the shows. And we got to get there because Dennis was working out of town this week, so we were going to start working on it for next week. That's why I ask you guys to send us anything that you guys want. If you've got something to add to the show, that'll be great. Send them to the email. I'll ship them off to Dennis and to Vic. And because Vic, she's the homesteader, so she's got that part of her. Dennis is I can't tell you, I don't know if he's a prepper or if he's just been with, I know he's got friends that are like SEALs and shit like that, or like, but I mean, he'll know for Fort. Who's got an echo? I got an echo, Dennis. I now got the echo cancellation. Oh, the video was echoing.
It was a little bit. It was a little better than the other ones. Anyway,
what the hell? I don't know what, because my speakers are in my ears, so that's not going to be it. Oh, well, we'll try it though. We'll try it later and see what happens. And
yeah, I'm probably gonna bounce off here, so you could try one without me. See if it does anything different before Vance comes on, because I would imagine Vance would be coming on
any time. Yeah, at least I know what to tell StreamYard and say whenever I have you on, I'm getting an echo, or if I have multiple people on, I'm getting an echo. They should be able to tell me how to fix it.
All right, well, I'll bounce. I'll see all you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Okay, see you, Brendan.
Yep, take care.
On the disaster factor video. Okay. And we're going to try this again. And I'm going to play. Let's see, which one do I have? Oh, I got the 3 of them left here. So I'm going to play one of them now because Brendan signed off. So we're going to try this again. You guys let me know if there's an echo again. I'm going to play the same one we just played about Jill Biden not liking Kamala Harris. So would you guys want to know how to do prepping on a budget? Most definitely. I want to do that. Dennis. I just bought me another bucket of food. I'm going to go pick up tomorrow, guys, and I'll show it to you. I got it on an auction. Expiration date is 2049. So I'll show it to you guys tomorrow night's show if you're on. But all right, guys, let's listen to this video because nothing's going on right now. They're playing music. So let me know if there's an echo.
A new book is shedding light on the moment when then-Senator Kamala Harris attacked Joe Biden for his record on busing during the Democratic debates.
I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and it was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. Do you?
Okay, I'm still getting echoes, huh? Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Let me do something else here. Okay, I'm going to message us whatever you're interested in. Sean, I like your ideas. So send me an email, Conservative Viewpoint, with some ideas. Not all of them. Save some for later. Just like what you just said on there. And I'll get them out. I'll shoot them out to Dennis and stuff, and we'll get to him. Or you can send him a message through Wimpkin. All right, let me try it one more time, guys. I shut off screen share. So let me try it again. Where's it at?
A new book is shedding light on the moment when then-Senator Kamala Harris attacked Joe Biden for his record on busing during the Democratic debates.
I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. Do you agree today?
Okay, guys, that's what it is. I had the screen share on, and I had it on the other night when William and Brendan was on. So I can't put the screen share on until we're ready for it. Now we got Dawn Jr. Do you guys want to hear Dawn Jr.? Now remember, I got a 15-second delay, so it takes a little while for you guys to get my message. So it's like a 15, 20-second delay. So do you guys want to listen to Dawn Jr.?
I want to bring out my eldest daughter and the eldest granddaughter of the President of the United States, your favorite president, Kai Madison.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kai Madison Trump. I am the granddaughter of Donald Trump. I'm speaking today to share the side of my grandpa that people don't often see. To me, he's just a normal grandpa. He gives us candy and soda when our parents aren't looking. He always wants to know how we're doing in school. When I made the high honor roll, he printed it out to show his friends how proud he was of me. And he calls me during the middle of the school day to ask how my golf game is going and tells me all about his. But then I have to remind him that I'm in school and I'll have to call him back later. When we play golf together, if I'm not on his team, he'll try to get inside of my head. I know. And he's always surprised that I don't let him get to me. But I have to remind him, I'm a Trump too. Even when he's going through all of these court cases, he always asks me how I'm doing. He always encourages me to push myself to be the most successful person I can be. Obviously, he sets the bar pretty high, but who knows, maybe one day I'll catch him. On Saturday, I was shocked when I heard that he has been shot, and I just wanted to know if he was okay. It was heartbreaking that someone would do that to another person. A lot of people have put my grandpa through hell, and he's still standing. Grandpa, you are such an inspiration, and I love you. The media makes my grandpa seem like a different person, but I know him for who he is. He's very caring and loving. He truly wants the best for this country, and he will fight every single day to make America great again. Thank you very much.
A lot of proud moments this week for my family. Thank you again, guys. Really appreciate that. That's not easy. That's the first time. I mean, this is what we call a large crowd for a speech, so incredible work, Kai. Now, back to business. Guys. Thank you, sir. Tonight we gather here in Milwaukee at one of the most crucial moments in American history. Just days ago, something that once seemed unimaginable became a terrifying reality. My father came under literal fire as an incredible patriotic rally turned into a tragedy. On a field in Butler, Pennsylvania, a brave firefighter died. Others were injured, and as those bullets rained down, we came millimeters away from one of the darkest moments in our nation's history. But we did lose an American hero that day. We wish that he were with us tonight, but his memory will live on forever in the hearts of his family, his community, and the nation that he loved. So I would like to take just a moment tonight to express our gratitude for the life and service of American hero, Corey Comparator. They say you can't truly know how you'll respond in a moment of danger until you're actually confronted with it. So what was my father's instinct as his life was on the line? Not to cower, not to surrender, but to show for all the world to see that the next American president has the heart of a lion. That the next American president has the courage to put the American people first once again. And in that moment, my father didn't just show his character, he showed America's character. When he stood up with blood on his face and the flag at his back, the world saw a spirit that could never be broken. And that is the true spirit of America. America knows what it's like to be down. We know what it's like to be confused and to be afraid. Long before the attempt on my father's life, every American I met was filled with fear and anxiety. They were afraid our country was being torn apart. They were anxious about the massive and chaotic invasion of illegal aliens across our border. They were deeply concerned about partisan lawfare, education indoctrination, and attacks on freedom of speech. Most terrifying of all, they saw that our leaders didn't care, or worse, that they joyfully aided and abetted the erosion of our rights. And the lies. Oh yeah, the lies. We won't ever forget the lies. From left-wing politicians, from their allies in the media. When you hear them in a row, you fully understand the extent they have gone to divide this great nation. They lied about Russia collusion. They lied about Hunter's laptop. They lied about Joe Biden's fitness for office. They lied about the border being secure. They lied about inflation being transitory. They lied about how they would safely withdraw from Afghanistan. They lied about Biden being a, quote, moderate. And they told one nonstop lie after another about my father. But they could only run away from reality for so long. All hell has broken loose in America, and it's impossible to hide anymore. Remember Build Back Better? Instead, we got broke, bumbling Biden. Nothing is built, nothing is back, and nothing is better. Bridges are collapsing. Our credibility is crumbling, and our money is worth less and less every single day. It was just one giant bait and switch, and normal Americans are the ones left holding the bag. Housing costs, gasoline prices, grocery bills just keep going up. Wave after wave of illegal aliens, deadly drugs keep pouring across our border. Meanwhile, pro-crime district attorneys have turned our cities into giant crime zones. They've turned criminals into victims, prosecutors into criminal defense attorneys, and police into public enemies. Left-wing activists are pretending to be educators, teaching our kids that there are 57 genders, but they can't even define what a woman is. On one hand, they think free speech protects their right to expose your children to explicit drag shows. On the other hand, they want to put you in jail for making a meme. It's like the entire world has been turned upside down. Does any of this sound like a country that's going in the right direction? And honestly, who is actually running the country anyway? It's obviously not Joe Biden. So who are they asking us to elect? Seriously, who's running things? Does anyone really know? Is it Jill? Is it Hunter? Barack Obama? Maybe it's the ghost of Corn Pop. Whoever is running the show, the only thing they are effective at is persecuting my father. They twisted, contorted, and corrupted the criminal code to turn bookkeeping errors into felonies. They concocted new legal theories out of thin air. They imposed gag orders on my father because the last thing a defendant should be able to do is defend himself, right? They punished him for merely speaking the truth. They say they hate Vladimir Putin, but it sure seems like they've spent a lot of time copying his playbook. In this country, we don't criminalize political differences. We debate them. We vote on them. But we don't make you choose between picking a party or picking a jail cell. There was a time when the Democrats really wanted what was best for America, even if they had a different way of getting there. It was the party of Franklin Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King Jr. You may have disagreed with that party, but at least you could respect it. But this new extreme Democrat Party, they want us to somehow believe that the only way forward is going backwards, where hiring decisions are based solely on race, where justice is only for those with the right opinions, where streets are a luxury only for the elite, where economic opportunity exists only when you know the right people. Right now, the America we all grew up with, the America that we love, feels like an old photograph where you sit down with your children and tell them what life used to be like. You look back at that America and remember a country that was confident and proud, an America that knew who it was and what it stood for. And it could all feel like a distant memory. Somewhere along the way we stumbled. Somewhere along the way we lost ourselves. But we can't live on nostalgia. Yes, America was great, but our greatest days are yet to come. Because no matter how far off that old photo may feel, it's not the end of our story. We're like that man who stood on that platform and felt the bullet pierce his flesh just days ago in Pennsylvania. He may have moved to the ground, but he stood back up. And when he did, my father raised his fist into the air. He looked out at the crowd. And what did he say? And we will fight. We will fight. We will fight with our voices. We will fight with our ideas. And on November 5th, we will fight with our vote. I've always been proud of him, but I've never been prouder of my father than I was in that moment. That's when the world found out that there is tough, and then there's Trump tough. And the good news is, America is Trump tough. In 1912, more than a century ago, another legendary Republican president came right here to Milwaukee. At a political rally less than 1 mile from where we stand tonight, Teddy Roosevelt was struck by a would-be assassin's bullet. But he didn't quit either. He finished his speech and he kept fighting. My friends, I don't believe in coincidences, but I do believe in God's plan. Today, Teddy Roosevelt's man in the arena has a name, and it's Donald J. Trump. Remember, my father didn't have to run for re-election this year. He doesn't need the money, the fame, the power. Frankly, he doesn't need the witch hunts, the phony investigations, or the political prosecutions either. But he knew he had to run if there was any chance at saving America. He's not doing it for himself. He's doing it for everyone here tonight, for everyone watching at home. No matter who you are, you can be a part of this movement to make America great again. Look at me and my friend J.D. Vance, a kid from Appalachia and a kid from Trump Tower in Manhattan. We grew up worlds apart, yet now we're both fighting side by side to save the country we love. And by the way, J.D. Vance is going to make one hell of a vice president. For those of you who have tuned out politics or have never even voted, I want you to know, if you're looking for a better life, a more prosperous future, a safer, more wholesome and patriotic place to call home, there's room for you in this party and in this movement. In fact, you're the ones who matter most of all. My father has always said that the people he gets along with best are the people who really work for a living. It's because of his background as a builder in construction, right? In construction, it doesn't matter how smart your architect is if you don't have the best guys laying the bricks. People with grit. People who get their hands dirty. That's a big problem with Washington, D.C. Most of the bureaucrats who rule over us have never built anything in their lives. It's time to build something real, something tangible, something that will last and leave this country better off for our children. That's my father's mission. This November, we have a choice. It's a choice between one team that wants to build this country up and another that wants to tear this country down. It's a choice between people who are proud of America and people who are ashamed of America. And ultimately, it's a choice between America last and America first. So if you love this country from the bottom of your heart, if you want to bring back common sense, if you want to save the American dream, if you want to stand up and fight for the future of our nation, you must re-elect my father, Donald J. Trump. Together, we will make America great once again. Thank you. Thank you, Wisconsin.
All right, quite a speech by Donald Trump Jr. But John, I'd first like to say that his daughter Kai,
oh wow,
pretty incredible.
Can you imagine this being your first public speech in such a venue? The crowd is hanging on every single word that she had to say. And again, I just want to make another contrast between these two families. You have Kai Trump up there on stage, bringing her grandfather and her father to the verge of tears of pride. And you have Joe Biden, who has a granddaughter that he refuses to speak to.
Right. He only begrudgingly even acknowledged a few months ago to people.
Yeah, my mic shouldn't be shut off. I'm asking you guys if you want to stay on and wait for Vance, because it keeps saying that he's coming on soon. What do you guys want to do? I don't know if you guys got to go to work or anything, but let me know in chat. I'll wait for 15 or 20 seconds that we have. I think it's 20 seconds. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2. I'm trying to see my seconds here. You're staying? Okay. Yeah, because I've got about a 15, 20-second delay. So he said he's coming up. I don't know when he's coming here. I'm here for the long haul. Okay, Sean. It's got to be early there, right? I thought I was going crazy. Well, you are going crazy, but it was me. My mic muted. I don't know why it muted. It's not supposed to mute when my picture's still down there on the thing. It's only supposed to mute when I just shut off all the videos, but it happens to be doing that. So we're going to see what he has to say. But as we're waiting for this, I'm going to give you my closing monologue. And I'm not going to sign off, but I'm going to give you my monologue. So when Vance does come on and he's done, then we're just going to click off and go. So who the hell is that? Hold on a second. Oh, that's a Secret Service director.
Digest that some more. Yeah. That's the kind of treatment that officials give to people like us, reporters chasing them. These are senators. They're supposed to be accountable. She didn't even stop to give them any answers.
Cowardice. Cowardice is the word.
It's wild. Let's dip in J.D. Vance introduction video, a little bit about his life.
Okay. We don't need to listen to all that. You want to listen to that, guys? You want to hear about his life?
Email.
Instead of me?
And this is the team tough enough to bring it back.
Oh, Alan, plug it in, man.
Understands that working families have become the forgotten families. Under Biden, wages are going down while prices skyrocket, forcing the majority of Americans to live paycheck to paycheck. Working families will have J.D. Vance fighting for them. Seniors, J.D. will have your backs too. No more deciding between putting food on your table and paying for the prescriptions you need. As a husband and father, J.D. knows the importance of fighting for a parent's right to protect their children. And you can count on this Marine to stand up for our soldiers who put their lives on the line for their country every day. J.D. Vance's story is one of perseverance, of duty, of commitment to what's right. It's an American story, and it's just getting started.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Usha Vance.
Good evening. Good evening. When I was asked to introduce my husband, J.D. Vance, to all of you, I was at a loss. What could I say that hasn't already been said before? After all, the man was already the subject of a Ron Howard movie. J.D. has shared much of his life through his own eloquent words. In his book, Hillbilly Elegy, during his Senate campaign, and now as a sitting United States Senator, it occurred to me that there was only one thing to do: to explain from the heart why I love and admire JD and stand here beside him today, and why he will make a great Vice President of the United States. I met JD in law school when he was fresh out of Ohio State, which he attended with the support of the GI Bill. We were friends first because, who wouldn't want to be friends with JD? He was then, as now, the most interesting person I knew. A working class guy who had overcome childhood traumas that I could barely fathom to end up at Yale Law School. A tough Marine who had served in Iraq, but whose idea of a good time was playing with puppies and watching the movie Babe. The most determined person I knew with one overriding ambition: to become a husband and a father, and to build the kind of tight-knit family that he had longed for as a child. My background is very different from JD's. I grew up in San Diego, in a middle-class community with two loving parents, both immigrants from India, and a wonderful sister. That JD and I could meet at all, let alone fall in love and marry, is a testament to this great country. It is also a testament to JD, and it tells you something about who he is. When JD met me, he approached our differences with curiosity and enthusiasm. He wanted to know everything about me, where I came from, what my life had been like. Although he's a meat and potatoes kind of guy, he adapted to my vegetarian diet and learned to cook food from my mother, Indian food. Before I knew it, he had become an integral part of my family, a person I could not imagine living without. The JD I knew then is the same JD you see today, except for that beard. And his goals in this new role are the same that he has pursued for our family: to keep people safe, to create opportunities, to build a better life, and to solve problems with an open mind. It's safe to say that neither JD nor I expected to find ourselves in this position, but it's hard to imagine a more powerful example of the American dream. A boy from Middletown, Ohio. Raised by his grandmother through tough times, chosen to help lead our country through some of its greatest challenges. I am grateful to all of you for the trust you have placed in him and in our family. And with that, it is my great privilege to introduce my husband and the next Vice President of the United States, JD Vance.
Of Ohio. Why don't we liberate these United States? We're the ones who need it worst. Let the rest of the world help us for change, and let's rebuild America first. Thank you. Our highways and bridges are falling apart. Who's blessed? Who asked them first? There's things to be done all over the world, but let's rebuild America first. Thank you. Thank you. Please. Wow. Wow. Yeah. First of all, aren't I a lucky guy? Isn't she lovely? Isn't it amazing? Greetings, Milwaukee, my fellow Americans and my fellow Republicans. My name is JD Vance from the great state of Ohio. Tonight, O-H-I-O, O-H-I-O. You guys, we're gonna chill with the Ohio love. We gotta win Michigan too here, so. My friends, tonight is a night of hope, a celebration of what America once was, and with God's grace, what it will soon be again. And it is a reminder of the sacred duty we have to preserve the American experiment, to choose a new path for our children and grandchildren. But as we meet tonight, we cannot forget that this evening could have been so much different. Instead of a day of celebration, this could have been a day of heartache and mourning. For the last 8 years, President Trump has given everything he has to fight for the people of our country. He didn't need politics, but the country needed him. Did it? Now, prior to running for president, he was one of the most successful businessmen in the world. He had everything anyone could ever want in a life. And yet, instead of choosing the easy path, he chose to endure abuse, slander, and persecution. And he did it because he loves this country.
want all Americans to go and watch the video of a would-be assassin coming a quarter of an inch from taking his life. Consider the lies they told you about Donald Trump, and then look at that photo of him, defiant, fist in the air, when Donald Trump rose to his feet in that Pennsylvania field. All of America stood with him. And what did he call us to do for our country? To fight for America. Even in his most perilous moment, we were on his mind. His instinct was for us, for our country, to call us to something higher, to something greater, to once again be citizens who ask what our country needs of us. Now consider what they said. They said he was a tyrant. They said he must be stopped at all costs. But how did he respond? He called for national unity, for national calm, literally right after an assassin nearly took his life. He remembered the victims of the terrible attack, especially the brave Corey Compertori, who gave his life to protect his family. God bless him. And then President Trump flew to Milwaukee and got back to work. Now that's the man I've gotten to know personally over the last few years. He is tough, and he is, but he cares about people. He can stand defiant against an assassin one moment and call for national healing the next. He is a beloved father and grandfather, and of course, a once-in-a-generation business leader. He's the man who is feared by America's adversaries, but 2 nights ago, and I'll share a moment, said goodnight to his 2 boys, told them he loved them, and made sure to give each of them a kiss on the cheek. And I will say, Don and Eric squirmed the same way my 4-year-old does when his daddy tries to give him a kiss on the cheek. Sorry, guys. He is all those things, but tonight we celebrate he is our once and future President of the United States of America. Now, I want to respond to his call for unity myself. We have a big tent in this party on everything from national security to economic policy. But my message to you, my fellow Republicans, is we love this country and we are united to win. Right. Now, I think our disagreements actually make us stronger. That's what I've learned in my time in the United States Senate, where sometimes I persuade my colleagues and sometimes they persuade me. And my message to my fellow Americans, those watching from across the country, is shouldn't we be governed by a party that is unafraid to debate ideas and come to the best solution? That's the Republican Party of the next 4 years, united in our love for this country and committed to free speech and the open exchange of ideas. And so tonight, Mr. Chairman, I stand here humbled, and I'm overwhelmed with gratitude to say I officially accept your nomination to be Vice President of the United States of America. Now, never in my wildest imagination could I have believed that I'd be standing here tonight. I grew up in Middletown, Ohio. A small town where people spoke their minds, built with their hands, and loved their God, their family, their community, and their country with their whole hearts. But it was also a place that had been cast aside and forgotten by America's ruling class in Washington. When I was in the 4th grade, a career politician by the name of Joe Biden supported NAFTA, a bad trade deal that sent countless good jobs to Mexico. When I was a sophomore in high school, that same career politician named Joe Biden gave China a sweetheart trade deal that destroyed even more good American middle-class manufacturing jobs. When I was a senior in high school, that same Joe Biden supported the disastrous invasion of Iraq, and at each step of the way, in small towns like mine in Ohio or next door in Pennsylvania or Michigan, in states all across our country, jobs were sent overseas and our children were sent to war. And I agree. And somehow, a real estate developer from New York City by the name of Donald J. Trump was right on all of these issues while Biden was wrong. President Trump knew even then that we needed leaders who would put America first. Now, thanks to these policies that Biden and other out-of-touch politicians in Washington gave us, our country was flooded with cheap Chinese goods, with cheap foreign labor, and in the decades to come, deadly Chinese fentanyl. Joe Biden screwed up, and my community paid the price. Now, I was lucky. Despite the closing factories and the growing addiction in towns like mine, in my life, I had a guardian angel by my side. She was an old woman who could barely walk, but she was tough as nails. I called her Mamaw, the name we hillbillies gave to our grandmothers. Mamaw raised me as my mother struggled with addiction. Mamaw was in so many ways a woman of contradiction. She loved the Lord, ladies and gentlemen. She was a woman of very deep Christian faith. But she also loved the F word. I'm not kidding. She could make a sailor blush. Now, she once told me, when she found out that I was spending too much time with a local kid who was known for dealing drugs, that if I ever hung out with that kid again, she would run him over with her car. That's true. And she said, JD, no one will ever find out about it. Now, thanks to that Mamaw, things worked out for me. After 9/11, I did what thousands of other young men my age did in that time of soaring patriotism and love of country. I enlisted in the United States Marines. Semper Fi to my fellow Marines. Now, I left the Marines after 4 years and went to the Ohio State University. I'm sorry, Michigan. I had to get that in there. come on. We've had enough political violence. Now, after Ohio State, I went to Yale Law School, where I met my beautiful wife. And then I started businesses to create jobs in the kind of places that I grew up in. Now, my work taught me that there is still so much talent and grit in the American heartland. There really is. But for these places to thrive, my friends, we need a leader who fights for the people who built this country. We need a leader who's not in the pocket of big business, but answers to the working man, union and non-union alike. A leader who won't sell out to multinational corporations, but will stand up for American companies and American industry. A leader who rejects Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's Green New scam and fights to bring back our great American factories. We need President Donald J. Trump. Some people tell me I've lived the American dream, and of course they're right, and I'm so grateful for it. But the American dream that always counted most was not starting a business or becoming a senator or even being here with you fine people, though it's pretty awesome. My most important American dream was becoming a good husband and a good dad, of being able to give. I wanted to give my kids the things that I didn't have when I was growing up. And that's the accomplishment that I'm proudest of. That tonight, I'm joined by my beautiful wife, Usha, an incredible lawyer and a better mom, and our three beautiful kids, Ewan, who's 7, Vivek, who's 4, and Mirabelle, who's 2. Now, they're back at the hotel, and kids, if you're watching, Daddy loves you very much, but get your butts in bed. It's 10 o'clock. But my friends, things did not work out well for a lot of kids I grew up with. Every now and then, I will get a call from a relative back home who asks, "Did you know so-and-so?" And I'll remember a face from years ago, and then I'll hear, "They died of an overdose." As always, America's ruling class wrote the checks. Communities like mine paid the price. For decades, that divide between the few with their power and comfort in Washington and the rest of us only widened. From Iraq to Afghanistan, from the financial crisis to the Great Recession, from open borders to stagnating wages, the people who govern this country have failed and failed again. That is, of course, until a guy named Donald J. Trump came along. President Trump represents America's last best hope to restore what, if lost, may never be found again. A country where a working class boy born far from the halls of power can stand on this stage as the next vice president of the United States of America. But my fellow Americans here in this stage and watching at home, this moment is not about me. It's about all of us, and it's about who we're fighting for. It's about the auto worker in Michigan wondering why out-of-touch politicians are destroying their jobs. It's about the factory worker in Wisconsin who makes things with their hands and is proud of American craftsmanship. It's about the energy worker in Pennsylvania and Ohio who doesn't understand why Joe Biden is willing to buy energy from tin pot dictators across the world when he could buy it from his own citizens right here in our own country. You guys are a great crowd. Wow. And
Come on.
And it's about, our movement is about single moms like mine who struggled with money and addiction, but never gave up. And I'm proud to say that tonight my mom is here, 10 years clean and sober. I love you, Mom. And you know, Mom, I was thinking it'll be 10 years officially in January of 2025. And if President Trump's okay with it, let's have the celebration in the White House. And our movement, ladies and gentlemen, it's about grandparents all across this country who are living on Social Security and raising grandchildren they didn't expect to raise. And while we're on the topic of grandparents, let me tell you another Mamaw story. Now, my Mamaw died shortly before I left for Iraq in 2005. And when we went through her things, we found 19 loaded handguns. They were... Now, the thing is, they were stashed all over her house, under her bed, in her closet, in the silverware drawer. And we wondered what was going on. And it occurred to us that towards the end of her life, Mamaw couldn't get around so well. And so this frail old woman made sure that no matter where she was within arm's length of whatever she needed to protect her family. That's who we fight for. That's American spirit. Now, Joe Biden has been a politician in Washington for longer than I've been alive, 39 years old. Kamala Harris is not much further behind. For half a century, he's been the champion of every major policy initiative to make America weaker and poorer. And in 4 short years, Donald Trump reversed decades of betrayals inflicted by Joe Biden and the rest of the corrupt Washington insiders. He created the greatest economy in history for workers. Really was amazing. There's this chart that shows worker wages, and they stagnated for pretty much my entire life until President Donald J. Trump came along. Workers' wages went through the roof. And just imagine what he's going to do when we give him 4 more years. Months ago, I heard some young family member observe that their parents' generation, the baby boomers, could afford to buy a home when they first entered the workforce. But I don't know, this person observed, if I'll ever be able to afford a home. The absurd cost of housing is the result of so many failures, and it reveals so much about what's broken in Washington. I can tell you exactly how it happened. Wall Street barons crashed the economy, and American builders went out of business. As tradesmen scrambled for jobs, houses stopped being built. The lack of good jobs, of course, led to stagnant wages. And then the Democrats flooded this country with millions of illegal aliens. So citizens had to compete with people who shouldn't even be here for precious housing. Joe Biden's inflation crisis, my friends, is really an affordability crisis. And many of the people that I grew up with can't afford to pay more for groceries, more for gas, more for rent, and that's exactly what Joe Biden's economy has given them. So prices soared, dreams were shattered, and China and the cartels sent fentanyl across the border, adding addiction to the heartache. But ladies and gentlemen, that is not the end of our story. We've heard about villains and their victims. I've talked a lot about that, but let me tell you about the future. President Trump's vision is so simple and yet so powerful. We're done, ladies and gentlemen, catering to Wall Street. We'll commit to the working man. We're done importing foreign labor. We're going to fight for American citizens and their good jobs and their good wages. We're done buying energy from countries that hate us. We're going to get it right here from American workers in Pennsylvania and Ohio and across the country. We're done sacrificing supply chains to unlimited global trade, and we're going to stamp more and more products with that beautiful label, Made in the USA. We're going to build factories again, put people to work making real products for American families made with the hands of American workers. Together, we will protect the wages of American workers and stop the Chinese Communist Party from building their middle class on the backs of American citizens. Together, we will make sure our allies share in the burden of securing world peace. No more free rides for nations that betray the generosity of the American taxpayer. Together, we will send our kids to war only when we must. But as President Trump showed with the elimination of ISIS and so much more, when we punch, we're going to punch hard. Together, we will put the citizens of America first, whatever the color of their skin. We will, in short, make America great again. You know, one of the things that you hear people say sometimes is that America is an idea. And to be clear, America was indeed founded on brilliant ideas like the rule of law and religious liberty, things written into the fabric of our Constitution and our nation. But America is not just an idea. It is a group of people with a shared history and a common future. It is, in short, a nation. Now, it is part of that tradition, of course, that we welcome newcomers. But when we allow newcomers into our American family, we allow them on our terms. That's the way we preserve the continuity of this project from 250 years past to hopefully 250 years in the future. And let me illustrate this with a story, if I may. I'm, of course, married to the daughter of South Asian immigrants to this country. Incredible people. People who genuinely have enriched this country in so many ways. And of course, I'm biased because I love my wife and her family, but it's true. Now, when I proposed to my wife, we were in law school, and I said, honey, I come with $120,000 worth of law school debt and a cemetery plot on a mountainside in eastern Kentucky. And I guess standing here tonight, it's just gotten weirder and weirder, honey. But that's what she was getting. Now, that cemetery plot in eastern Kentucky is near my family's ancestral home. And like a lot of people, we came from the mountains of Appalachia into the factories of Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Now, that's Kentucky coal country, one of the 10 Now, it's one of the 10 poorest counties in the entire United States of America. They're very hardworking people, and they're very good people. They're the kind of people who would give you the shirt off their back even if they can't afford enough to eat. And our media calls them privileged and looks down on them. But they love this country, not only because it's a good idea, but because in their bones they know that this is their home. And it will be their children's home, and they would die fighting to protect it. That is the source of America's greatness. As a United States Senator, I get to represent millions of people in the great state of Ohio with similar stories, and it is the great honor of my life. Now, in that cemetery, there are people who were born around the time of the Civil War. And if, as I hope, my wife and I are eventually laid to rest there, and our kids follow us, there will be 7 generations just in that small mountain cemetery plot in eastern Kentucky. 7 generations of people who have fought for this country, who have built this country, who have made things in this country, and who would fight and die to protect this country if they were asked to. Now, that's not just an idea, my friends. That's not just a set of principles, even though the ideas and the principles are great. That is a homeland. That is our homeland. People will not fight for abstractions, but they will fight for their home. And if this movement of ours is going to succeed, and if this country is going to thrive, our leaders have to remember that America is a nation and its citizens deserve leaders who put its interests first. Now, we won't agree on every issue, of course, not even in this room. We may disagree from time to time about how best to reinvigorate American industry and renew American family. That's fine. In fact, it's more than fine. It's good. But never forget that the reason why this united Republican Party exists, why we do this, why we care about those great ideas and that great history, is that we want this nation to thrive for centuries to come. Now, eventually in that mountain cemetery, my children will lay me to rest. And when they do, I would like them to know that thanks to the work of this Republican Party, the United States of America is as strong and as proud and as great as ever. That is who we serve, my friends. That is who we fight for. And the only thing that we need to do right now, the most important thing that we can do for those people, for that American nation that we all love, is to re-elect Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. Mr. President, I will never take for granted the trust you have put in me. And what an honor it is to help achieve the extraordinary vision that you have for this country. Now, I pledge to every American, no matter your party, I will give you everything I have to serve you and to make this country a place where every dream you have for yourself, your family, and your country will be possible once again. And I promise you one more thing. To the people of Middletown, Ohio, and all the forgotten communities in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, and every corner of our nation, I promise you this: I will be a vice president who never forgets where he came from. And every single day for the next 4 years, when I walk into that White House to help President Trump, I will be doing it for you, for your family, for your future, and for this great country. Thank you. God bless all of you, and God bless our great country.
All right, guys, there you have it. J.D. Vance, first real speech since he's become Trump's nominee for his, running mate. So we'll see what happens here. We're not going to promise anything with him until we see what he does. I had some issues here. Wimpkin shut down on me for some reason. YouTube is screwing up. Twitter's screwing up. I don't know what happened with all those. Why Wimpkin shut me down. I mean, it just shut off. I had everybody in there, so I don't know what happened, but we'll hopefully fix the issue tomorrow. Please join me tomorrow night. We're going to have Donald Trump's speech here at the RNC, and that's what we're going to go over tomorrow. We'll probably talk a little bit about some articles or something, or we'll talk about anything. Join us in chat. Get involved in this. These guys in here, we talk a lot about different stuff and things we're going to do, on the show coming up. So please join us. Let me know what you guys think about the show. Leave comments. Give me that thumbs up. Follow me on Rumble at Country Conservative. If you don't have a Wimpkin account, WIMKIN, join Wimpkin under Country Conservative. You can find me under there. It's a great place, just like Facebook and all that stuff. You can talk to people and everything like that. Or on Twitter under Country Conservative also. Follow me on there. Friend me, whatever. Like and subscribe, everything. Please hit that thumbs up and Rumble. That means a lot for me, guys. It means a lot for their algorithm or whatever it is. It helps my channel grow. We need to get the truth out to people because November's election is right around the corner. And that is why it's so important that we get this going and we do everything we can to win this and get these guys in the White House to fix this country. So until tomorrow night, guys, I'll see you all later. Have a good night.